Hello and welcome back to the VR world. In this video, I'm going to show you many steps in order to play Reach for the Sun in Steam VR. The first step is to head over to Quick Settings in order to turn on the Quest Air Link. Select the Alpha computer and launch. Go ahead and minimize the multiplayer and social menu. Select the library button. Open the Steam VR app. Once Steam VR is open, simply use the menu button on the left controller. Unfortunately, the game called Reach for the Sun is not VR enabled, but we're going to play it in VR. In order to do that, we'll hit the menu button on the left side, and we'll access Steam. Once the Steam menu is in front of you, go to the library. On the left side of your screen, select Games. Reach for the Sun is the game we want, so go ahead and select that using your trigger finger. And you're going to play it in theater mode. Now, you're looking at the screen of the PC running the Oculus and Steam VR apps. In order to maximize this screen, I can either use the trigger finger to pull that to the side. I could use the maximize icon in the top right-hand corner. And next, I want to change the size of what I'm looking at. Because I personally like to have the biggest possible screen, I'm going to select the size percent and make it as big as possible. I'm going to minimize anything that's popping up in front of me, and now I have access to this giant screen in VR. I've been using the Ultra graphic quality selection, but if you find that the Ultra or High is causing a problem with how fast the program runs, if there's lots of stalling or buffering, feel free to use Low or Medium. If for some reason there's a lot of glitching here, instead of using AirLink, simply connect the headset to the gaming PC using a USB-C cord. The Almanac option here, using my trigger finger, gives me lots of information. On the left side, you can select anything to learn more about it. The toggle button does not allow scrolling up or down in the Almanac. So simply use your trigger finger, hold the trigger finger, and pull up or down. I'm going to bring your attention to the strategy mode and the classic mode. The benefits of strategy mode are that you can make a lot of different actions happen for your plant before you take your next turn and before the timeline moves. In classic mode, you have to handle everything as the growing season just consistently passes by. I'm getting much further in the game using strategy mode than I would in classic mode. Head back to the main menu. My suggestion is that you work as one big team or as a workshop. Clicking resume means that you're just going to pick up where the last person or you have left off. It's kind of like I pressed pause or the person who played before me pressed pause. If you select new game, all the progress you've made, all the upgrades you've earned will be erased. One more thing before you get started. The difficulty level increases as you move from left to right. So the first seed you should plant is the sunflower because it's the easiest. Go ahead and click play on the right side. Most importantly, as you play this game, your goal is to collect more evidence. As I select one of these options, you'll notice that the cost is 2 waters, 2 nutrients, and 2 starches or sugars. And then your plant grows. Grow those stems, grow those roots, grow the leaves, get those flowers on your plants so that they can pollinate, so they can eventually become fruit. The more fruit and seeds you earn, they'll show up on the right side of your screen, the better you're doing in this game. Have fun.